Okay, welcome back, and yes, Gorb, thank you very much. The North Geelong legend himself, Ronnie Boyd. Welcome back to a very, very important third quarter here, and a lovely break. Long break too at three-quarter time. Bounce, an absolute shocker by the central umpire, as we see now an opportunity for McLean. Over the top he goes. Russell, quick kick. And he travelled a short distance and bursting his way through there. Good work, Murray Travers. Lost the footy, though, and I think you'll find umpire will come in and bounce down. Just a quick check on the scoreboard. 16 points the margin. And it's with pleasure, David Cook, to introduce a veteran of many games, coaching Courier Reserves, and special comments man for the remainder of the game. Arthur Hodgson, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Ronnie. Good afternoon, Cookie.
Mate, your thoughts?
Good to see you here.
Your thoughts the first half of footy?
Yeah, well, it was a sort of a bit of a struggle, like Cookie said during the break there. Motawari sort of wasted a lot of opportunities, missed a lot of easy goals, and they'd be pretty nervous because they've been here 3 times, and they'd be certainly looking forward to winning this one. I think if you look back on last year, especially last year, I know the good players, the Russells and all these guys that went out of the game for him last year in the last half was costly, and I think if those guys can keep going, then they'll certainly win the game.
What's your tip, Taz?
I'm going for Motawari.
Thank you.
Okay, I've got my breath back. I got a bit of bread down the wrong hole there at the half-time break. I've still got the coughs a bit. Here's Raworth getting the hand pass out. Put his teammate, Ronnie, you better take it. I'm gone, son.
You better have a can of have a mouthful of your lemonade. Loose ball now, and half back, and Murray Travers again breaks clear for the Bannockburn Tigers. Gary Toolman can't trap the ball cleanly. Good enough though to get it across to a teammate who is well collared. High tackle, Glenn McLean, and Paul Wentworth, the back pocket player, gets the free kick for the Tigers. Elects to come to the members' side. Looks there for the high flyer. And that looks like Butch Shaw. Colliger butters up well. Woodman and Berryman clash. Loose ball spills. Opportunity Christian Shaw. Long box and a half forward. Horny blow. No, it's not. It's Johnny Tillman, the 100-gamer. He's come out and taken a lovely grab. But I tell you what, Cookie, 50 metres. It'll test him from here.
Well, Johnny Tillman, he doesn't mind. Every now and again he gets hold of a long one, Ronnie. Let's hope for Bannockburn's sake this is it. It's a long kick. It's into the goal mouth. It doesn't make the distance. Up they go. Oh, no mark taken. Play on as the call. Here's Andy Goff having a bit of kick around the corner. Kicked off the ground by Pat Jackson. Gets it out towards back. Here's Christian Shaw. Been a quiet player. He's pulled up the football. Umpire says as little McLean gets up from the bottom of that back with Ronnie Pilgrim, hands it back. Oh, ball it up. Thank you to the Judy Bell for lunch, but one of those bits of bread, the bread was all right, but a couple of caraway seeds went down the wrong hole, Ron.
Mate, yeah, great work by the St Leonard's Footy Club. It was very different preparation, and I must say a very enjoyable one as the ball brought back to the corridor, and Wayne Colliger, who's probably giving Wayne Sean Phillips about 2 stone, stood his ground there, Tassie, and took a very courageous grab.
Yeah, it was a good mate. He had to sit under it for a while, sort of, but in grand finals, you can't afford to go off it one little bit.
You get that bit tougher, don't you?
Yeah, that's it.
Colliger goes for goal. Long kick from behind. Looks like Andrews flying. Free kick coming here. Looks like Shane Coots on the umpire. It's mine. I know whose it is. The Cooter. Never tried to say a few words, Cooter.
He's played very well too, the Coots.
Hadn't he ever? And he's very good in defence too. He doesn't just steadying things down. Doesn't go silly in defence. Kicks the ball out wide. Looks for Kel McLean. 2 bites at the cherry. No mark. Knocked away by Ronnie Pilgrim. Here's Raworth at ground level. Been a bit quiet. Should have started on the ground for mine. Now he tumbles it back. Up goes Big Pavlik. Takes the mark and takes the jump into the back too from the drainer. The Liversalt's man Shane Andrews, and has conceded 50 metres for that rather crude attempt at a tackle.
A little bit late.
Interesting what you say about Raworth there. Cookie, obviously I coached him at Inverleigh. He'd be the first bloke picked in my side. He's got the pace that you need in the first minutes, and that might have been a mistake on Fedke's part, I think.
Couldn't agree more. Here's Pavlik. He's kicked it long all day. No exception. Meeson from behind flies, knocks the ball to the turf, lays the tackle. Now, umpire is going to ball it up. I didn't know what he was going to do there. Butch Shaw was the player with the ball. Meeson was the tackler, and he's held play up at centre half forward for Motawari. 4 minutes gone on the Rockies, 24-hour last bit time clock of the third quarter.
Yeah, good work there, Mickey Bird too. Got it out in the direction of McLean, who he just knocked over Flanagan, got rid of him completely. Pack of players have formed an outside half forward flank. Up by will bounce down, and there's been a bit of a silly
Glenn McLean, the recipient.
Free kick.
Glenn McLean, right foot, chips it in, looking for Wood. It's a half forward. Good mark, Michael Wood. Well, they ignored a couple of his leads early on, as you and I noticed, and since then he's been a bit more of a target, and well, he's got this one. Almost 5 minutes gone. The Rocky 24-hour lost with time clock of the third quarter.
Well, let's remember, Tassie, he kicked 7 last time he played against Bannockburn.
He's been the find of the year, I think, for Mottawarri at full forward. There's no two ways about that, and Cookie's very impressed with him. But I think the good thing about Mottawarri this year, they've had to earn their stripes. You know, they went through the middle of the season, you remember, losing games by 10 goals, and they've really had to work hard to be where they are, whereas last year they were probably better than everyone else and didn't really have to do the work that you need to do to win a grand final. I think that's showing out so far in the game.
Well, that was
got to kick those goals, though, Ron.
Michael Wood, bad miss.
Got to kick those. You can't miss those in a grand final, Taz. The boys have worked hard. They got the ball to him. He took a good mark and he's gone back and he's kicked it behind. He should have kicked the goal. Looks like Murray Travers, is it? Going to put the ball back into play. Heads out to half back. Tillman's the target. Up he goes. Oh, Gary Tillman, well done. Rebound late. The Cat goes to Butcher, who takes a great mark short of centre wing in front of, actually over the top of Glenn McLean. Had a great day, Butcher. Got a sore jaw and everything, but he's got a great day.
He certainly has. And every time he gets the ball, he kicks it down someone's throat. And it is on. Sean Phillips reacted there, and he should be given 50 metres because Andy Goff took the mark fair and square, didn't like being beaten, and give him a bit of a rough house treatment. Tassie, your thoughts?
Yeah, well, I think he thought the umpire called play on. I think that's what happened there, and the umpire giving him the benefit of that doubt.
Goff went for Henderson, couldn't take the mark. Rower's handball back was good to Pilgrim. Pilgrim over the top, not so good to Styles. Intercepts, gives it to Coots. Coots a little kick around the boundary. Effective kick. Well played, Coots. Give it to Havey. Havey goes round the far side of the ground. Nice kick, and a lovely mark to Darryl Russell at centre wing.
Yeah, plays on, looks for the Moose. He's got the set. Oh, Gary Tillman takes a screamer at centre half back. Plays on the horny blow. Back to the run of Carl Jew, who kicks a long one up to half forward. Ronnie Stoop, Goff. Billy took another great mark, Andy Goff. Quick hands there, good with Christian Shaw. And got it to his teammate there in Flanagan, who chips up looking for Flanagan. I should say Johnny Tillman. He couldn't take it. Good defensive footy well to Pavlik as the ball kept into play. Flanagan screws it around the corner. Coots comes out. Ooh, hard work there. Him and Tillman nearly clash. As we see, Cal McLean, good work, kicks it up there to half forward.
Well, the drop mark was dropped there by Wentworth. Mason had to beat 4, he couldn't do so. Picked up by Woodman, who kicks the ball down the ground. McGuinness flattened him up, he got rid of it. Down the ground it goes towards the forward zone. Here comes Mottawarri out of defence. It looked like Settle. It was. He found Mason short of the centre of the ground. Mason Laban's up and goes on the right foot, and he looks for Russell, and he doesn't let him down. The Dowser takes the mark right on the 50-metre line. Too far out to score. Move it quick, says Michael Wood. Here's me lead. He's ignored the chip over the top. That's why he's ignored, was a beauty. Ronnie Stoop takes the mark. The experienced campaigner will go back and shoot the goal.
Bryce Basili.
Basili, is it? Thanks very much, Ron. I'm just going to wrap up Stoopy there.
He has, well, he's just about best on ground, Ronnie Stoop.
Well, I've got tears in my eyes from that Garraway suit that went down the wrong hole. I can't see. Bryce Basili got the ball. You're going to open up the goal. He's kicked 1 goal, 2 so far for the day, Bryce Basili. I do not do that, Ronnie. Oh, the kick is a shocker.
Well, there you go. And I tell you what, they've done it all day, and if Mottawarri lose this grand final, they've got no one else to blame but themselves.
Yeah, he had Meeson and Wood both up there. He shouldn't be kicking from that far out. This late stage of the game should be setting it up one more time.
I wouldn't think he was that far out.
Oh, he was probably 45. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon now, Cookie.
That's right. They're all getting a bit tired. Sensible thing. Good call, Tassie.
Gary Tillman has the ball at the defensive half-back, chips the ball across. It's all right. He's got Ronnie Pilgrim, who gathers at centre wing. Punt kicks towards half-forward from behind. Styles tries the punch. Ineffective on this occasion. John Tillman takes a good grab.
Yeah, waste no time either. The lead. Oh, Andrews up and over. Has taken a screamer. And, well, Shane Friday would think himself a bit stiff because he was wearing him like a glove, but couldn't get fist to ball. And a lovely grab from the drainer, Andrews.
He's the player they need to lift, I reckon, in the forward zone, Taz.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And they look a lot better when they go into the forward line like that. The couple of times they've gone in and landed at 10 metres out and struggled.
Andrews from 50 puts the foot right in him. It's a long kick, but it's drifting well offline. 1 point only to Shane Andrews.
1 goal, 2 his personal tally. And, well, players from both sides having trouble kicking goals here this afternoon, Cookie.
Well, there's no breeze to speak of. Running the flags are just lying limp, but just a bit of pressure and a little bit of missed kicking going on. But in the ball, big Pavlik, he'll put the foot in, and he puts the size 16s into this. It goes right out over the 50-metre line. No markers taken out there. Here's a chance. Was that horny bloke coming through the pack? It might have been. Right foot kick into the forward zone, and Pavlik goes back and takes the grab.
He's taken the mark, but Shane Cooch was held out of it.
Kick, yeah. Cooch went the short one. Wasn't a good one from Cooch. Havey's going to get the free kick, though. Playing the ball in front of him. Was pulled off it.
Lucky. Ray Edwards, Corio Village News Agency, third quarter scoreboard. Bannockburn 4-9-33. Motowari 6-13-49. 16 points the margin.
Ronnie, I think lucky in the context that Motowari retained the ball, but I don't think it was lucky free kick. I think it was there.
Okay, Hovey now kicks it long to the outer side. In front, taking a very nice mark, Mickey Bird.
The big Bird.
Looks to the lead, McLean, good courage and under pressure there from Flanagan, but held onto the footy and takes the grab at half back. Chips over the top, poor footy. Now, horny bloke, can he do something constructive? Tries to thump it forward, does so 25 metres, but Jamie Siddle's there. Likewise, the box, Hovey breaks through half back, kicks a long bomb looking in the direction of the Moose. Can't take it. At the back of the pack, Russell, he can. Oh, he kept going. Tried to con the umpire, but he wasn't going to get sucked in, Cookie. Give it back to me, son.
Gee whiz, he had it open. Well, probably wouldn't have kicked the goal, but he'd have dropped it long into the goal square there, and there was no one down there. There was only Wood versus Woodman, I think it was, or Dew, but that was all that was there. So just out of bounds. Bad luck there for Motowari. Back into play. Wentworth's a chance. Boundary line looms up too close. It's out of bounds. Tassie, if you've been watching Robbie Henderson, the number 2 for Bannockburn, I think he's running with his right arm into his body. I don't think he's fit.
Yeah, certainly. They've just lost, looked like Andrew's just come off there also. He put his hand up for the trainer, so he'll be sadly missed too.
Well, he looks like setting him alight a bit, Andrews. He's done a few things this quarter, Ron, hasn't he?
Yeah, he certainly has. And
he's the man they need to fire. He's lost the effects, Mike. Now it's back. It's a ball up decision. Let's go through this. It's 33 plays 49, so it's still 16 points to difference. We've gone about 11 minutes on the Rocky 24-hour split time clock of the third quarter as we see Gary Tillman hand pass over the top towards Wentworth. He left it behind. He got a bit of support from Flanagan, who was able to gather it, and he picks it up and under. He goes towards centre wing. It's punched away by the Motowari defenders. Good one. He goes back towards Pavlik. He lays a great tackle, Pavlik, too. Roworth thrown off the footy. Play on the call. In goes Wentworth. Hand passed it out wide. Here's the chance for Shaw. That's Gritton Shaw. Christian Clinton, one of the bloody Shaws. I'm not sure which Shaw it was, Ronnie.
Well, the loose ball.
Here's Butch Shaw. He's a chance. Ronnie Stoops a chance. Take the call. No one can get hold of the footy.
Yeah, it's pretty tough out there as well. Woodman tries to burst the Moose tackle. Can't do so, but got a quick kick to the footy. Ball driven up there to the half forward line by Flanagan. I think you'll find as we see a pack of players have formed. And it was Christian Shaw actually that drove the ball forward.
And well played, Styles.
Thank you very much.
Held it in beautifully.
Yeah, nicely done. Bounce down. Favours the big fella, horny bloke. Collared by the big fella, Pavlik. Cooter's there. A little chip over the top. Oh, Siddle lost his footing. Good enough to get it to Stoopy. Back to Siddle. Good football, Motowari. And Siddle clears the footy now to half forward.
A chance for Basilli. The ball bounced badly for him. Oh, Gary Tillman's pulled over the shoulder. Must take the free kick.
Stupid free kick.
Yeah, they're letting themselves down a little bit there. They're putting a lot of pressure on their backline, Motowari, at the moment. They've worked pretty hard for 10 minutes, and you don't want to go into the three-quarter time having worked your butt off for 30 minutes of the third quarter.
Yeah, here's the kick from Tillman. Was all right. He got little Shaw on the wing there. He goes long now with the ball. Here comes Sean Phillips. He's beat him past him on the centre half back. The kick, he's kicked it like a, I don't know what table tennis player, I reckon. He got it there towards his teammate Hovey. Hovey knocked the ball further afield. Phillips is buttering up once again out there. Puts it out wide. Well played, Sean Phillips. And he got it to Darryl Russell, who takes the mark short of half forward. Russell goes on that left foot, chips it in towards McGuinness, but chipping in that looked like Wentworth, was it? Takes the mark out there at the half-back flank position.
Well, I tell you what, they're chipping and chipping and chipping, and it's not coming off because Russell's chipped in again and taken a great grab.
Good call, Ronnie. They are chipping a lot at the present time, Bannockburn. They need to kick the ball long, Taz.
Yeah, I think, and also Russell's sort of got to present himself more in the middle of the ground. He's getting a lot of his kicks on that outer wing, and if he can get into the centre, they'll be a better side.
Okay, here comes Weeks. He's finally got the footy. A long kick from Weeks. Punched away from behind. There was a good one too. Here comes Pilgrim. Can't grab it, Cooter. The coach comes in and he kicks it off the ground, and it bounces just inside the 50-metre zone there. It's out of bounds, grandstand side of the ground. 4 goals, 9, 33 points on the board to Bannockburn. Monterey have got 6-13-49.
And it's on
16
at
points
half
the difference,
forward.
and it is on back behind play. Well, stick with it. You watch that, Ronnie. I'll stick with the play. The boundary umpire's put it back into play. Bird's in there doing his best for his club, Monterey, and it's broken up back there. Shane Friday and rough Robbie Henderson having a bit of a chat about the proceedings tonight. Henderson said our start at 8 o'clock. What time does yours begin? And Shane Friday said about 7:30, I believe.
Yeah, up they go. Horny bloke got it to the ground, but it's Berryman who sharks the footy. Hand pass, a good one to who's got plenty of time now to steady on the left foot. Looks to centre half forward. Good football to Russell. I think he might have heard you, Tassie.
Yeah, that's where they need him.
Yep, centre half forward now. Russell steadies, tries to get around and does so now on Travers. Kicks it.
And that is downfield, Ronnie. You can't do that.
There was nothing in that.
Nothing in it at all, Ronnie. You're
Weak
right.
as
I'm
water.
telling you, it's downfield. And Rowles might be in trouble if he don't keep his strap shut.
No wonder he's cracked the shits off. Cracked the shits too. That was nothing in that. Disgraceful.
Well, Ronnie, you and I are allowed to disagree, and we do on this occasion.
Come on, elbow. No, it's all part of it, Tezza.
Kick for goal. I think it's through.
Costly one.
Michael Wood puts through the goal. Now that is a costly one, Ronnie. So the relayed free kick down the ground to Michael Wood, and a pretty handy break now, Taz. 22 points.
Yeah, I'd say Carl Fett, he'd want to do something about Russell in a hurry because he's Montere's only bloke across the middle of the ground there. He presented himself that time in the middle of the ground. That was good football.
There's a shot of Dave Robertson on screen. He's the one with the grey hair. David Cook's the one with the check shirt.
He's gone greyer.
He's gone greyer for the day, I reckon. Cookie's on the bench. He put Shaw in the middle, doing his best. He's been a good player, but Shaw at the base of the ball, working hard for it. Free kick here. Goes to the Butch. He goes left foot towards half forward. Tillman's up in front. Well done, little Berryman. Competed well. Paddled it in front of him. Got it to wide towards centre wing. Ronnie Stoops a chance. Can he keep it in? He can't. Berryman lays a great tackle. A great shepherd, in fact, on Gary Tillman. He's been very solid at the footy, that old Berryman, today. And they said he was a flanker and an outsider. Tell you what, he's presented himself nicely today, Tassie.
Yeah, he's been a pretty good player. He was a disappointment in the grand final last year, but he's certainly trying to rectify that today.
Dry Village News Agency third quarter scoreboard. Monterey 7-13-55. 32-point leaders over Bannockburn 4-9-33. Quick kick out of the pack there. Tigers into attack. And
Couldn't do much about it, Johnny Tillman. He just said that he was a standing still starter. He just had to kick it in a hurry or get flattened. And he put it in. Well, he bounced it inside the band line. Quite an effective kick, really, Ron.
yeah, certainly. And Shane Weeks and Owen Berryman not really happy with each other as we see a loose ball. Now, who wants it? No one really. Colliger got it out there to the direction of Goff and all. He's copped one from all sorts of spots.
High, unnecessary.
Well, he was held by Siddle and then flattened by Phillips. And Andy Goff, I think he deserved that one.
Yeah, it certainly did. He got crunched. He put himself in for the footy and probably a bit sloppy there on the Montere's behalf in the back line.
Yeah, the hip and shoulder was sort of way too high, wasn't it? No doubt about that. Andy Goff. He's got to revive the flagging fortunes of the Bannockburn Footy Club. We know they can play better than this. He comes in on the right foot. He kicks it along. He's adrift to the right-hand side. Flanagan's a chance at ground level. He runs out of it. Hovey. I reckon Hovey's playing in the back pocket and playing pretty well there out of there too, Ronnie. Yep. He's pushed the ball out of bounds. Boundary's throwing 25 metres around from the goal, to which Bannockburn are attacking. It is to the left of screen, which actually went to the right. There's the left there.
18 and a half minutes gone. Rocky's 24-hour locksmith, Kirra Village time clock. Ball back into play, but we're going to get an action replay here of that particular throw-in. No one can get a handle on the footy. And you know why, Cookie? Because the pressure is at boiling point out there.
Well, there's no prizes for second, Taz, is there?
No, I think the reason the games are going the way it is because guys just aren't prepared to take risks at the moment. You know, it's pretty shut down at the moment, and the first side to take a few chances might come to their advantage.
There's McLean getting it out to Stoop, who's got to be BOG. Ronnie Stoop goes out wide, heading for Daryl Russell. Bounces inside the line, I'd suggest, before Russell can gather it in. It's out of bounds, far side of the ground, almost centre wing position. The scoreboard shows 33 plays 55. It's 22 points the difference on the Kirra Village News Agency scoreboard as the boundary umpire is about to throw it very high and give the ruckman a chance.
Up they go. Well, Butch Shaw, high flyer, thumps it down. Hovey sharks it, lost his footing at the crucial time. Good enough to get the footy out, but it's gone straight to Horniblow, who was well caught.
Oh, lucky Chris Horniblow, I reckon. The tackle was pretty good.
Yep.
Okay, Horniblo's got the free kick. We can't argue. We're up here. We're too far away. Kicks it into Flanagan, who takes the mark. Well, just the attacking side of centre wing. Now he's got a centre the footy. He elects to go long. Not a bad kick. Gary Tillman's the target. He's under it. Had one bite at the cherry. Can't mark. Kel McLean paddles the ball towards boundary line. Did well, did Kel. I like that, Ronnie. Did well, did Kel.
Yeah,
a bit like
nice.
go well, go shell. It's out of bounds on the far side of the ground. There's Gary Tillman in screen. He'll probably do the ruck work for this boundary throw-in.
Well, it's actually Goff and Walter Pavlik. Pavlik, the bigger of the two, does well to Hovey, who screws it around. Meeson traps it sweetly. Gets around the big arc on the left foot, the long bomb up there looking for Russell, but he's well out of position. And a fine grab taken there by Murray Travers.
Travers now at centre wing. He might have been moved on the Russell, I think, as he punt kicks the ball back towards the centre. Not a good kick. Vasily sits under it, takes the easiest of marks. Immediately elects to play on. Had a couple running past him. Elected to go long. The kick was good because McLean takes the mark. Wentworth thought about decking him. He didn't. That was a good decision. McLean goes down the ground. High flyers wanted. Woods up, can't take the mark at ground level. Here comes out of defence Gary Ward, pushing the ball wide. It has gone out of bounds. It is 25 metres, perhaps 40 metres. I'm going to go for 35. There, I'll split the difference with you, Brainy. It's out of bounds, 35 metres around from the goal, to which Monawarri are attacking in this third quarter. The scoreboard shows 33 plays 55. It's 22 points the difference on the Corio Village News Agency scoreboard. I need a breath.
Okay, and all the Moose Sharks, the footy out of the pack, it bounces.
Oh!
Carl Jude just got hand to leather.
I'd pay Horny next year $1,000.
By golly, that would have been a bad one for Bannockburn, and Moose kicked that one.
Yeah, would have knocked them about, there's no doubt about that.
Well, Timmy Ellis back on the ground for the Bannockburn side, and that's good to see.
They've missed him. The kick out. It's all right. It's a long one. Up they go. Russell backs into the pack. Can't take the mark. It's kicked back by Havey. Here comes Ronnie Pilgrim, though. Gathers nicely. Goes to the centre. Not a good kick. Too much carry on the footy. Coots takes the mark. The hand pass to the running Phillips, who's been a brilliant player all day. Phillips goes to half forward. The big bird! The ostrich has got it! At half forward. He's taken a few grabs today, Ronnie, and here's 50 metres. I didn't see what it was for. I looked back to Shane Cooch, who was getting a pat on the back from Walt Pavlik. I didn't see what it was for.
I think Christian Shaw has been penalised for running across the mark.
Yeah, that could have been what it was.
Well, you can't do that, of course. That's just plain language. You can't do it.
Well, yeah, I suppose. A technical one.
Didn't it cost someone a shot in the grand final one year?
Yeah, I'm sure it did. Well, in he comes.
Bird goes in, Bird goes bang, Bird goes goal! Monawarri have gone to 8-14, 62 points on the board. That is the Corio Village News Agency scoreboard. They lead Bannockburn 4-9-33. The margin is widening. Cassie Hodgson, where can Bannockburn come back?
Well, I don't think they can because, like this time last year, Monawarri played Eastern Suburbs, Cookie. This is where Eastern Suburbs were coming back, but Monawarri are just going away, and at three-quarter time, they'll be pumped up. I mean, they've got bad memories, and I don't think Bannockburn can come back from this.
Good shot of the coach's bench, Ron.
Yes, Dave Robertson pretty pleased with the charges to date. 29 points the margin. Ray Edwards, Corio Village News Agency, third quarter scoreboard. Pavlik goes up, can't get handled to the leather. Now Pilgrim, well, he was tripped, but McQueen's in there for the Monawarri side. Tries to get the body out, but he was good pressure there, Matty Pilgrim.
Very quiet today, Matty. Wonder if he's right. He missed the second semi. I wonder if he's right, Ron.
Possibly not, Cookie.
Okay, bounce down, back in the centre of the ground. Won't give that a hit out to anyone. He Butch Shaw, gee, very good play. Goes round to that left foot. He played brilliantly, Butch Shaw. Chips it in, but I tell you what, how good's this bloke been? Sean Phillips takes the mark, short of centre half back, and just tells Andy Goff, if you play in front, you're liable to get a kick now and again. And I think that's fair comment from Sean Phillips, Ronnie.
Yeah, certainly. He's gone wide to the Coots, has got space, but he couldn't hold the leather, and unfortunately for the Monawarri side, well, they've let an opportunity go begging there, because...
but good play from Coots to come down the ground from the back pocket. He takes a chance, doesn't he?
If he had gone a bit earlier, it probably would have been a bit better, but just a little bit too much carry on the kick.
They're going to play. Pavlik goes up, taken by Horniblow. Give it to Ronnie Pilgrim. He goes bang on right foot towards half forward. And out in front comes Collinger, and he takes the mark. He's too far out the score. He's still 2 kicks away from goal. Wayne Collinger, Bannockburn learned to get something going. He goes the pass. Oh, what he's stooped with courage. Goes back into the fire of the play. Got the hands on it. Wound up with Coots. His kick outside the defence. defensive 50, into the defensive 50. In fact, it's brilliant, and Harvey takes the mark. Ronnie Stoop take a bow.
Yeah, well,
Stoop and bow.
Well, yeah, but he's hurt Shane Friday in that clash. He's not real good.
That's the luck of the draw, Ronnie. That was a great effort from Ronnie Stoop to run back at the players coming in and knock it away.
A lot of courage. Russell,
G&D.
half forward, good mark though, Woodman. And he steadies proceedings down with the Tigers. Out wide, Murray Travers. Travers now. Well, she's pretty congested. A leader's there from Goff. Ignored, so he just long bombs it up there looking for Gary Tillman, who's been a little quiet. Pavlik, his opposing number, goes whack and thumps it straight out of bounds, some 30 metres. And, well, that's probably been a bit of a decisive factor here today, Cookie. And,
Tassie, let's not underestimate Wally Pavlik's influence in this game. He has dominated the rucks, and his kicking in from fullback has been sensational.
And I think the thing is the way him and Mick are both working so far away from each other has been a factor as well.
It's worked well, hasn't it? Yeah, here's the hand pass, comes out to Berryman in a bit of stride, got the hand pass away, he's Stoop again. Somehow manages to get it on the right foot, it tumbles just past the centre of the ground. Here comes Gary Ward in a bit of stride, lost the footy, good tackle here. Oh, Moose stole it, lost it. In went Wentworth, in went Ward. Gee, it's tough out there. Havey, little kick, goes just attacking side of the centre of the ground. It's punched back in the direction of Berryman, who eludes opponents with ease. Gives it across to the Bird. The Bird goes into the Dowser. The Russell runs onto it. Here comes Russell. Can he pick it up? He can't gather the footy. He's knocked to the ground. And the umpire says it's a free kick to Bannockburn. Well, he missed the one on Russell, but he's paid the one back there to Carl Dew.
Okay.
He's kicked for the boundary umpire and found the target. He put it out on the full.
Gee, you'd have to wonder where he was kicking that. It was a Mottawarri Blake was 5 yards in front of the two Bannockburn Blakes. Geez, that was bad play, bad handball first up. Lucky to get the free kick.
Berryman's got it again, Ron.
Okay. Looks up there, Michael Wood in front of Carl Dew, who wouldn't be happy. And I think the Bannockburn boys have got a few problems.
Yeah, I think they've got more than a few, Ronnie. They're just not playing well at all. And in that first 15 minutes, the Mottawarri defenders were doing all their defending, the last line of defence, and just the last 10 minutes you see Phillips and Coots and these guys, they're all up on the wing now, so it just shows you that they're controlling the game a little bit more.
Here comes Mick Wood. He's got 2 goals on the board. He's going for his third. He might have pushed it across the face somewhat, I would suggest. 1 point out. He's kicked 2 goals for Michael Wood. Could have sewn the game up for him now by now, Ronnie.
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt, but still they're pretty well placed. Cookie, 30 points is a nice margin to have halfway through the, or late in the third quarter of the grand final. 8:15:62 of Mottawarri, 4:9:33.
Carl Hughes. Sorry, Ron, keep going.
No, you're right. That's
you got it, have you?
Yeah, right.
Carl Hughes' kick was out there, but Michael Wood, the recipient, infringed. Chips one in very nicely towards half forward. A bit indirect there, although Russell's taken the mark now. We saw Butch Shaw kick one the other side of the ground.
Siren's gone too.
The siren's gone, yeah. We saw Butch Shaw kick one the other side of the ground from right on 50 at half-time after the siren. The Dowser comes in, he straightens up and goes for goal. The kick is quite a long one, but it drops well short. Roworth grabs the footy. No score on the play. Half-time shows us Bannockburn goalless in that quarter. They kick one behind only. 4:9:33. Mottawarri have gone to 8:15. Had they kicked straight, it was all over. 63. It's 30 points to difference. Now, Tassie, Bannockburn have only kicked 4 goals for the game. They've got to kick 5 goals to to draw level or hit the front. We know how well they can play when they play well. Do you think it's on the cards that they can raise a last quarter revival?
I don't think they can, because to raise a last quarter revival, I think you need to see something happen in the last 10 minutes of the third quarter, and we certainly didn't see that. And although it's only 4 goals, and you say to yourself it's only 4 goals, the picture tells a story, and that's the fact that Mottawarri are certainly playing the better football. And you know, they've, like I said before, they've got a lot of bad memories from their last 2 years, and you know, I just can't see them. Like you just drag it out somehow or other, wouldn't you?
Well, that's actually why I actually tipped Mottawarri today, because they'd lost the last 2 grand finals. I reckon a lot of their players, there's 7 players not playing from last year's losing grand final side, Ron, and there are 7 new players. And I thought the 13 that were there would have learnt something from last year's grand final. That's why I tipped Mottawarri. I just thought it might have been their turn. At this stage, it looks like it is, but Hey, the last quarter's yet to come.
Well, Bannockburn kicked 8 in the last quarter of the second semi,
I remember it well.
and I reckon they'll do it again.
Okay.
That's a call. I must admit, though, I said last year that Eastern Suburbs, you asked me a three-quarter time, can Eastern Suburbs win? I said no, and look what happened. Who knows?
Ronnie, it's never over. The little fat lady sings. She's starting to warm up, so we're going to have a break at three-quarter time. If you're David and Ruth Dean's pub at Paco Street, the Queen of the West, have another pot. Enjoy the final quarter because it's coming right up on guest video.